What's up, everybody?
What's up? What's up?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, guys.
Hi, Captain. Hello, everyone. Hi, Brad.
Hope everyone's having a good day.
So far, so good.
Salutations, everybody.
Hello, Biggz.
Hi, Biggz.
Hey, Biggz.
So we'll be waiting for a few more minutes. I'm sure more people would like to join in. So I'm glad we have this many people, and I'm sure more will come along. So again, hi, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well, having a good day, or depending where you're coming from and what time may be. So thank you for being with us tonight, and let's wait for a few more minutes to have more people. So today with me is Captain, founder of NoSh, and as well we have Brad from one of the developers of Xdrip community, and I am Nick, the CEO of NoSh. So yeah, I wanted to welcome everybody and wait for a few more minutes. So today we'll be presenting Xdrip project from Brad, and as well we have a review prepared by the captain. And as NoSh, one of our pillars or main pillars is to gather like-minded people who are willing to make a difference and fight for scams and avoid scams in the crypto world. So as a NoSh, as I said, this is one of our pillars, and we are as well on the process developing a platform which is called Checker, which will check for rug pulls and honeypot. So thank you, everybody. And I would like to pass the floor to Brad. I'll be happy to hear more about your project. Just want to make sure, Brad, if we could hear you well, because I think your mic was a bit low.
Oh, sometimes I tend to talk real quiet, so I hope that's a little bit better.
I mean, you can always increase his own volume in Telegram if you need.
Yeah.
I'm up, so I'll just talk loud. How's everyone doing today? Just wanted to first off say thank you for being welcomed into your community, the NoShi community. I want to give a shout out to one of our members as well as your members, Meta, for pushing so hard to get this going. We kind of got a little bit excited hearing a little bit more about you guys yourselves and how your project is running, and what you touched on a little bit, the like-mindedness of the two communities, and kind of the whole goal of Xdrip at the beginning was to have a place where we come together, do our investments, have our fun, but still have our outside lives that are important as well, not get wrapped up into such a crypto lifestyle, this stress and chaos and being so worried about your money disappearing. So we kind of came together and put together a project that we're really, really excited about. We're really, really excited to push, and really excited about the community that we have with us. That is one of the biggest utilities, strengths that we feel that we carry with us. So just a little bit more about me. I've been in the crypto space for a while, about 5 years solid. Did stock trading before that. That was a nightmare, and I'm glad I'm away from that. I've been a part of really big projects. I've been kind of off in the side, more of a watcher for a very long period of time. Seeing the negative things going on in the space is what pushed me to do this. I do have a few other gentlemen that are on my developers team that are very important to the project. One is Matt, huge on doing something right now that we're excited about, that we'll kind of touch on a little later, is our coming V2 website that we're super excited about. We have down here in the bottom, let's see, where is he? I wanted to call everybody out, make sure they're in here. So we got Jim sitting down on the bottom too. He's a big part of our marketing push and talking to those people that I don't necessarily tend to have all of the time to talk to and keep a lot of that going. So he's a huge part of that. We've got Amos down there, who I think anybody who knows Amos, Amos is kind of an emotional glue to all of us, kind of a big brother to every single one of us in the community. So he does more for us than we can kind of say. And then we've got our buddy Sarge down there floating around. And if I could pinpoint one single thing for him, I think it would take me a year to do. He's a vast well of knowledge that is very important to the moving forward of who we are as Xdrip. So that kind of breaks down all of the inner workings of us. And don't know if you want to go and ask me some questions yourself or anything else that anybody else would want to know. Exactly how you want to touch on that.
I would like to know about your journey. How did you start marketing the project? Did you do a pre-sale? When did you launch? How did it went? I also see some in your chart. I see some moments that were some big sales happening, which of course can be normal because sometimes investors move away. But it would be nice just to have to hear it from your side, what happened.
No, definitely, 100%. I appreciate that. That is kind of hoping what I was going to get the opportunity to do. So at the beginning of our project, we did not have a pre-sale. It was a 100% stealth launch. It was something that was put together between another co-dev and I to start the project. When we did start, I was under the assumptions that we were along the same mindset of what we were going to do with the project. As we started moving through with it, that came a lot more prevalent that it was not a big priority at first. So with that, we had some ugly sell-offs that went off within our chart. Those, if you look at those lovely green red lines that appear out of nowhere, and then we start moving sideways and upwards again, and then there's a lovely red line. That were two moments where we had a co-dev who was dumping on us, is the kindest way that I can put it. We then went into DEFCON mode and preservation of the project. Did a lot of things such as a ownership transfer. The transfer of ownership was made 100% to me. I am the only one that now has control over the project in any way, shape, or form. Any of the wallets, marketing, any piece of the BSC scan, it is all 100% underneath my control. But showing that on our chart, if you take those two red lines out, it shows a lot more of our stability and our strength on there. I know it's hard to just erase those red lines and make them go away as much as I would really like to do that, but they show a moment where our community showed a lot of resolve and a lot of fight back. We pushed back away from those, and as a dev team, we battened down the hatches per se and proved, I feel, even more that we are a project that is here for the long term, one that wants to be here for the long term, and one that'll do everything that it takes to make sure that their investors are safe. Me personally,
I'm sorry to interrupt. I was just saying that it's nice that you managed to come back. We also had on our own chart some red candles. It is normal, but I was just curious to know what happened. And
we had a reflector.
When I was looking through your website, I saw something that intrigued me, which was the max wallet and max transaction fee, which is 1.5%, because this is a very good anti-whale and anti-dump mechanism. Because no holder will ever own more than 1.5%, if I'm right?
Correct.
And max transaction is that no one can affect price more than 1.5% from a single transactions.
Correct.
And I would like to know why these mechanisms failed when you had these dumps. How was possible for your developer who sold to do such a big change in the chart, which is way more than 1.5%.
She came at us with 8 different wallets that she had set up.
So
they were all max wallet, 15 million token sales out of 8 separate wallets.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's where slowed it down. That's what slowed it down enough for us to kind of catch it. If she would have been able to unload all 8 in one push of a button, you and I probably wouldn't be having this conversation as much as I would like to say we were. That would have killed the chart. That was our biggest fear. That's what, I mean, it was what her intentions were to do. She was trying to shut the project down. So luckily having those 1.5s, I know she did come at us with multiple wallets back to back to back after her sales. But it slowed it down enough to where I feel we were able to catch it and get it onto a safe path to where we're moving now. I 100% know that she is absolutely nowhere in touch with the project. So I know the big holders that we do have helping support the bottom floor of the project. And I feel extremely, extremely confident in those holders that we do have now with us.
And the other question I had is what's your link to the Ripple coin? And why have you decided to award people with ripples?
My personal link with the Ripple coin, I am a big supporter of everything that is Ripple and XRP. I've been watching XRP for a long time. I just recently, about 8 months ago, purchased XRP again once I saw some things changing with the SEC and what was going on with that. But I have been a huge supporter of what their movement to basically take over the financial system and movement of money throughout the world in the way that it should be handled. I think it's going to be a big change for the whole world's markets. I think it's going to be a big change for the way that everybody deals with money every single day, and it's going to be what the future is. And I would rather be on that train now than be looking at it kind of how I look at it at Bitcoin when I saw it down the prices and back when it was under $100, and I still scoffed at it. And now I kick myself 100 times a day over it.
Great. Like for me, it was a bit weird to see initially that you like even your branding, your naming is a bit similar to XRP, and then the fact that you are rewarding, because I haven't seen it, but at the same time is original, and I don't see anything bad into kind of being a supporter project for an already existing bigger one. But for example, can you please explain me how this reward in Ripple's mechanism functions? Because is it automatic, or how does it work?
It is automatic, and it is paid out in, we'll just consider it a bucket that fills up with water. So as that bucket fills up with water, that water being your rewards, when it gets to its tipping point, it tips out. Now, our contract has the option of doing the payouts up to 3 million tokens on the sell, for the contract to sell for the rewards and distribute them out. I changed that from the 3 million to the 1 million. So having the 3 million token sales on the rewards was punching the chart a little bit.
How much is the overall supply? Is it 1 million? Or is it 1 trillion? Okay.
Our total supply is 1 billion.
1 billion. Okay.
Yes.
And did you already manage to sell 3 million tokens, or you're still waiting for that sum? Like, did you already manage to pay these rewards, or you still haven't paid any rewards since the launch on June?
We have paid almost $18,000 USDT in XRP rewards out up to this point.
Because I was looking for a couple of the wallets in the holders list, and I've seen that these wallets, even the bigger one, who should for sure receive something from the transactions, like the ones that have 1.5. They are the owners of your token, but they don't own any XRP. That's why I was suspicious, whether this automated mechanisms work, and I'm kind of a bit surprised, like if these people were rewarded, how come that none of these 10 wallets didn't have a single RIP XRP in the same wallet where they have your token?
You might not be seeing it's coming into people's wallets as Binance pegged XRP, not XRP token. But also, if you did want to check, and I could do it as well. I mean, I could even send you one of my wallet addresses if you would like, and throw it into. Matt built us a rewards tracker on our website. and you throw my wallet address in there, and it'll pop up with the chart, and it'll show you how much I've been paid out in XRP rewards and the dates that I've been paid out. It puts it on a pretty little graph for us and everything, and we're excited how that's gonna look on the V2 website when that's all done as well. So, but yeah, we've paid. Matt's our spreadsheet numbers guy. So if you send him out on a thing, he comes back with 900 other answers for you with it. So I asked him about rewards one day, and next thing you know, we have a tracker built. He had a whole spreadsheet built on how many rewards have been distributed out, when they've been distributed out. He went through all of the BSC scan and got a whole bunch of them down, and we figured out at that point it was over 15,000. That was
great. Thank you. It's good to know. I'm sorry I'm making these questions, but it's kind of our obligations to like raise any to ask these questions about any concerns we have, because like it seemed like something interesting to be rewarded in some other coin that you kind of support, but then I didn't see any. I didn't manage to see any traces that is actually happening. And then so I think I don't have any more questions, but I might have in the meantime. Does anyone from the community have any question?
I do. This is Biggz. Not necessarily a question, but I just want to add I am a very faithful holder of NoSh as well as Xdrip, and I have certainly seen XRP tokens added to my wallet as a result of holding Xdrip. So I just wanted to add that they definitely are being distributed.
That's great. That's great to hear. And I'm sorry if I'm making people suspicious by these questions, but it's glad that we are addressing and having the right answers.
Definitely, I agree with that. Questions are always questions as long as there's an answer to it. That's what makes it a good. So I will always say that as well. I'm in the chat more hours of the day than I probably healthy should be. So if anybody has any questions, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, I do not care. I'm transparent as the wind. Come ask me anything. You'll never get anything but a straightforward answer from me. I don't care to lie to anybody or BS anybody. I'm too old for that game. It's not worth it. So I'm always open and I'm always there. You can always find me. And there's so many other people in the chat too that are very knowledgeable on the project, that can answer any questions that anybody goes in with.
Great, thank you. If there are no questions, then I could share with you guys my opinion about the project when I first encountered it as someone who didn't have prior information about it. Usually there is a professor who does also a review on the smart contract and on tokenomics, but he didn't manage to join us today. And he will do another video on his own where he goes through the smart contract and tokenomics. He will record that video, and then we will kindly ask Biggz if he can attach that part as well to the final review, so it becomes complete. But tonight I'm going just to review the communication, like the language, the website, and things that are presented for people who visit the project for the first time. And I think this is one of most important things about when people decide to invest in projects, because usually interaction of investors with new projects goes through that, like through first encounter. And we're doing the reviews in this way to teach people how to check the projects, but also to kind of share with token owners, with project owners, what we think, how the communication can be improved. So basically, I liked very much the simplicity of the website. It doesn't it's kind of quite okay organized, even though the website is made with Wix, which is a platform like a drag and drop. You don't have to be an expert to develop it. We also did our website initially on WordPress. It's still on WordPress, which is as well an app that it's not very like the most professional one, which means that the app is not very important in the end of the day, like what you used to build the website, but it's important what you are presenting. And I like that the website is well organized. It has like a short description. Can you see me sharing the screen? Can you see my screen?
Can indeed.
Great. And then like there is a roadmap. I liked how it's organized. Maybe it might make some people suspicious about not providing dates for it, but assuming the network condition right now, I think it is like best to be honest and not share dates when nothing is like for granted, nothing is sure. Like we had no idea how will market react, and will that provide possibility for developers to like fulfill their milestones. And I enjoyed this video, how tokenomics are displayed. It's nice. It's good that like developers put effort to make it clear and to not just do something randomly that people do, but maybe go an extra mile to show something more. And there is a 13% tax. The tax is well explained, and explaining what happens with the transactions. But what I missed here is like a clear explanation of what, like a clear communication, what this project is about. Because it doesn't have, even if you go to the white paper, the explanation, like the description of the project is quite vague. I mean, it's simple, but it's always best to, it's more, how to say, more trustworthy when you see that developers are projecting are presenting the project, but also explaining, for example, how we will bring together a family, how we are going to kind of make these things happen, like in more detailed way. Because from what I get from the white paper, I see a token that will manage to do well as long as the marketing is going and then as long as they have investors. But I don't see other means of sustainability. Because NFTs and D-app games, like P2P games, are not very well explained. Because even on the website, if you go to play to earn, like it's kind of vague, and I know that sometimes when you develop some pillars of your project, you have to put things on hold and put it for later, but like things like this are like very important at this point about the sustainability of the project and about what the project is about. And it could help if there is at least a description, even if it's not like developed until the end, at least a simple description for people to know what will they expect from like something very important on a project, which are games and NFTs, and which is like crucial for people to know before they make serious investments. And then let me go to the white paper. I like that you decided to present like in a slideshow with these videos, even though they are also made using like drag and drop softwares. It doesn't matter. They look nice and might be attractive for people. And then it's nice. I mean, I trusted the project initially, so I didn't go to Google search all the images to see whether they are from like stock or internet. but it's nice that you shared, like you put your faces because it is important for people to see the like faces of the people who are running a project which holds their money. So I think this is it. I think it seems like it would need more. It would be like good if you can put more effort in communication, so people have an exact idea like what your project is about. Because in this state, it's a bit vague.
Oh, 100%. I completely understand that, and that is something I did want to touch on a little bit more as well, if I could. With everything that happened with our team member deflecting from us and trying to take us down, we put a lot of our focus on, again, making sure that the project had life left to it, that it wasn't something that was getting destroyed by her. So kind of slowed down a little bit on things. We wanted to have a couple things out a little bit sooner, and one of them is our V2 website, but we want it to be exactly what everything you just spoke of, a lot more of who we are now with what we went through. That was a tough time for the dev team. We lost a lot of sleep. We went through a lot of chaos to ensure that the project was still here the next day, and that the people that we do consider family inside of the chat room, inside of our community, that their money was safe before our money was ever even safe. So we do have a V2 website that is hardcore in the works right now. We actually did get a sneak peek of it from Matt this morning, and he knows how I'm feeling about this. I'm crawling out of my skin. I want to scream and jump up and down and show everybody, because it is exactly what you are speaking there. It is going to be so much more detailed, so much more thorough, so much more of exactly what we are now as Xdrip, what we've kind of risen from, getting knocked down to, and where we're pushing forward with everything. A lot more of our information about our NFTs are going to start coming out. I've kind of secretly been working on that in the background away from the rest of the team on developing the utilities that are going to be built into the NFTs when they're put out. So hoping to have that information from Matt to stick on websites when that's 100% ready to go. But we should have an announcement whenever Matt, I'm just going to be nice and not throw him under the bus with it, but put him under a timeline. But the second he tells me anything about when this new website's ready to come out, I promise the whole world's going to know about it. So we do agree with what you said on that, and we are pushing towards correcting those and tightening those up and putting the professionalism, Bo, that we want to have on our project.
Great, thank you. And would you mind just telling us a bit more about the games, or you are keeping it as a secret?
No, it's not so much as a secret of what we're developing towards. The whole
just an idea of what they are about.
What I kind of leave everybody at right now is we're big 90s kids, big 90s retro gamers, and we miss the arcades and the nostalgia that comes with arcades. We want to do a platform base that is an arcade layout, that is going to have developed games inside of it that bring back that nostalgic feel. Not necessarily pixelated games, but along that nostalgic feel of what those older games were. That is something that is obviously further down our roadmap. It's pretty much at the end of our roadmap, because that is something that when we do tackle the gaming industry is the most cutthroat industry that's out there right now. It's intense. So you have to have every one of your ducks in a row when you go into that battle. So we didn't want to just go running into it saying we have a game, throw a game out there that's barely playable, say, look, we did it, there's a utility, buy our token, and then it died a month later. So the development on that is going to be quite more expensive and quite more lengthy, and that's about what I can give you on it right now.
Great, thank you for this information. Then this was my opinion on the project. Would I invest on this project? like at this point, if I had developed like a relationship with the developers, if I was part of the community, I would invest something, maybe not a serious amount, but something to kind of motivate to support the project. But at this state, I'm not convinced like for a serious investment, because I'm still lacking like so many informations which are crucial to know. Like to have in consideration if you want to make predictions whether your investment will be safe. So I would recommend our community members to support the Xdrip project and join the community and stay in touch with the developers, so you can do your own research before you decide to invest. Thank you, Brad, for your time, and thank you to your community members for joining this call.
Appreciate you guys again for having us in your community, and you all have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to ask any questions or make any comments?
Captain, I would just like to interact before we sign off there. Firstly, I think your line of questioning is perfect. That's exactly what's required in the space, the full transparency and that kind of scrutiny under what you see. And agreeable, what you're seeing and what's happening with Xdrip at the minute is a recovery from almost a pre-saboteur from the project in the past. And understandably, I think that's what's drawn this community together, is sort of a realization that this is more than just that one person, and this is what's rebuilding now within the Xdrip community. I think your review of what you're presented with at this current stage is perfect to go on. It's understandable that there's a lot of lacking information on that particular website. I think the new website to come, when it does eventually launch, will probably change a lot of people's perspective of what they came to understand of Xdrip and where they're heading in this direction. The change of direction. I think it will surprise a lot of people. The length of time that I've come to know the community, this is speaking me personally, from the people that I've met within the community, it's become apparent that there's very few and far people within the space that are honest and as transparent as the community as such as Xdrip. That became very apparent when the recovery happened after that sort of exit from one of the developers.
I think the host dropped because it says like the channel closed the video call.
Okay.
Sorry you got interrupted, bro.
Hello?
Hey Amos, sorry you got interrupted. It seems like the host dropped.
Yeah.
Like Telegram interrupted the video itself.
It wouldn't be my first time.
We put you on a timer, Amos.
I was speaking to too much there, too long.
Love you, brother.
I came to sort of expect, Telegram was going to give me some issues there, so I was kind of half expecting to be logged off at some stage, speaking to myself as I usually do, before I realized Telegram has logged me out. But I was just sort of reiterating and driving home the community spirit that has become very apparent within Xdrip at the minute, and for us to get ourselves back on track from that particular incident that is very apparent in the chart. And as I say, with the old website that many people are going on, what's yet to come will change a lot of people's perspectives. So I think it's very early stages for Xdrip. We're on track with everything that's going in the right direction. We're not out there to convince anybody, it's for people to come and see for themselves, understand, see, be part of the community, and realize, this is in fact one solid project that's probably going to make its mark very soon, with the rewards to come from that particular token in question. So it's everybody has their views on what they need to get invested in. It's just there to put the word out and let people know this is something that may well be worth looking into at some stage, just to keep an eye on the radar. So that said, I said the rewards it's very apparent within the community that people are receiving those rewards. The triggers happen obviously over with volume, so it's getting the word out there. The project's moving in the right direction, and I'm just sort of putting my sort of P's and Q's inside that remit to back up sort of what's coming off Xdrip. what's yet to come of Xdrip and what I know of the people within that community at the minute.
Exactly. About the chart, if you see our chart, like right now, it's like way scarier than yours because like crypto projects are unpredictable, and usually, like the beauty of projects in crypto space is that you can have a nice idea and gather a community of like-minded people and make that idea happen. But the downside is that you cannot expect the development as you do in a normal project when the funds are kind of always insured. And but in the end of the day, these are the people who believe in the project, who goes through ups and downs together with the developers, who enjoy the rewards in the end. So I also hope that you'll manage to build a strong relationship with your community, and the one who stick to the end, of course, they usually get they enjoy the results, they get the reward.
Yeah, they come to fruition. You say that's the view that everybody has within the crypto space. You believe, you move with the projects that you have faith in. Fortunately, we have a good community within Xdrip at the minute, and it's just getting the word out there as yourselves, and making those sort of contacts with people that are like-minded within the space, changing their sort of perceptions of this overnight success that they're looking for and the quick pump and dumps. This is not that sort of project in no way whatsoever. This is for serious long-term investor that can see and know what crypto is going to become in the future. And I think the more people that are on board with that sort of sentiment, they can help each other out in the same terms. Small investments there, it's wise to spread diversity all over the place and be involved in these different things and help the new projects come to fruition. But this is where we are all are in the crypto space, and I think it's good that the community are coming together on the same sort of level-mindedness and working together rather than looking for those sort of overnight successes, because even the older projects in the past didn't become successful overnight. People were invested in them over time, and it became sort of a period of holding and seeing the projects grow to that fruition before they can reap any rewards. But they don't leave, they go on and they move it into the right direction that it needs to. So early stages, but this is of what yet to come, and it's everything's moving in the right direction, I should say.
Great. Thank you. We like right now, NoSh as a project is in a period of transition. We are kind of going on a process of finalizing our main tool that we promised, which is a smart contract checker. But as soon as we're ready, we would kind of appreciate if you could have a presentation as well to your community and share with your people what our project is about. I think it would be beneficial because our main idea is teaching people to do research and giving them tools to do that.
Definitely, 100%. And that's exactly, again, what got me so excited about having this conversation with you and your community is it's hard to find like-minded people in this space. And no matter what the investment is, no matter if you go into it or you don't go into it, the number one goal that we all want is safe. And that is something that is becoming more rare and rare every single day. So if we can all, the ones who are safe, the ones who actually care about being in this space for the right reasons, if we can all get along in the same sandbox and work with each other and work through the space with each other instead of against each other, the space will be such a more beautiful place. So glad to gladly have you into the community and when your checker is ready to go and do a presentation in there and have our members use it and spread it around as much as we can for you guys as well. So anything that keeps the space safe is good for us. So
thank you. Is there any question from community members?
No, not a question for you.
I actually have one.
I appreciate you guys. So.
Yes,
hey, Brad, I do have a question for you. Are you guys, did you say something about your coming out version 2?
Say that again. You cut out about halfway. I heard version 2.
This was for Brad, and I was asking, did he say that they are going to have a version 2 coming out?
We're going to have a version 2 website coming out. It's just a whole new, I don't want to say rebranding. I learned a new phrase and I use it too much, but brand iteration that we're going through right now, especially with what we went through with the attack on our chart, just kind of solidifying who we are as a team, as a community, as a project. So the version 2 that I'm speaking on is more the inner look, the exterior look of what we are as extra, not the contract. It's the website, it's things along those sorts. A lot more information, a lot more of what we're going to be.
I was just going to say thank you, and you've got a great project, and you've done it very well. Thanks.
I appreciate you. Glad to be able to speak with everybody again. Thank you for having us in.
So if there are no more questions, we could conclude the review. I've been recording it. I think Nick was recording it as well. So let's hope that the recording it will survive, because we had some issues that we didn't manage to record. And I think today with Nick No Shit, we had an idea why this is happening. Because if we were recording and we the guy who is recording loses the connections or drops the call, the recording can go wrong. That's why more of us are recording right now. So maybe we could conclude.
Yeah, sorry, I recorded it too, so just to make sure. Thank you, Captain. Yeah.
Okay, Nick, should we conclude the review and we can update our community members about developments in our project?
Yes, I would like again from my side to really thank both Brad and Amos for your availability, and as well community members, including as well Captain, for tonight's call. And again, it's important for us that we get to know like other communities that exist there that believe in similar cause, and we know that being alone not always is helpful, and we are just touching the surface of this industry, and we know more people will come along. So I think we owe it to ourselves, but as well we owe it to newcomers, which will be many of them, and there is a need for a lot of guidance, and I think we are the first ones that we are learning from it. So thank you from my side.
Nick, thank you on my side as well. That was very well said. I think it's you're exactly right with the notion that we're very, very early in the stage of adoption, and helping projects along the way, the ones that are here for the long term, is what's important. So if everybody's on that sort of wavelength, there's no reason why the whole community, the project, shouldn't develop into something much, much bigger in the space in the future. Nobody knows what's yet to come from it, but we're all very much aware that this is the very early stages of these things. So things take time to come, but as long as everybody are on that same sort of wavelength, I think we can all do very well in the space. And this is what it's about. Everybody, steering away from the old system that's held them down for so long, that now we have sort of some freedom to work together and make it work for the masses rather than the individuals. So thank you again for having us on board. I hope that everybody sees the benefits within the project, as we do with your review when it gets to come. But that's my sort of sentiment on the whole topic there. So Captain, just the same to yourself. Thank you very much for having us on.
Thank you for sharing your project with us.